Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball breaking news video. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm shocked that that this was revealed. I shouldn't be, because to be fair, this is around the time of year that we get the usual, I believe, November Super Dragon Ball Heroes Ichiban KUJI revealed. However, your boy was not prepared for tonight. I was literally getting myself dinner and sitting down to edit a video. And on Twitter, we had a little bit of a post about these. I'm not going to show it just yet, but I'll show it in the video regarding the release of these. Shout out to the boy Fitzela for tagging me in that tweet, so I knew that this was literally dropping, you know, the info for this was dropping right now, because I had no idea. Of course, we are taking a look at the Super Dragon Ball Heroes 5th mission. Of course, this is a upcoming Super Dragon Ball Heroes Ichiban KUJI. If you're unfamiliar, usually around November, which is ironic that it coincides with Dokkan. Wow, it's almost like that's Super Dragon Ball Heroes time. They always release a Super Dragon Ball Heroes themed. I'm going to be saying that a lot of this video, so get ready. Get the counter ready for how many times I say it in the comment section below. They always release an SDBH Ichiban KUJI during that time. So as you can see, not only is it kind of funny that the Dragon Ball Super moniker is on there, because none of this has really anything to do with Dragon Ball. I mean, I guess Rose is Dragon Ball Super, but like, anyway, right? Let's take a look at the actual ones. Oh, okay, so this is actually December Ichiban KUJI. As you can see, this says 12/23, which is obviously the 12th month of the year. Released, yeah, scheduled to release mid-December is at least what Google Translate is telling me there. Is it not showing up for you? Interesting. Well, it shows up if I open it up in a new tab like this. But nonetheless, you'll see why I have that tab there in a second. This Ichiban KUJI is also, I guess you may as well just like Google Translate the whole thing, right? Of course, keep in mind Google translations are not perfect, but obviously it just gives us a basic idea. So this is going to be a 750 yen Ichiban KUJI, 10% tax included, and obviously depending on the different store that gets the Ichiban KUJI, excuse me, that's the couple of bites of my dinner coming up. Obviously, right, will depend on, you know, all different kinds of shenanigans. So let's actually look at why you're here, which of course is the figures themselves. So we have the Masterlize Prize A Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Dragon Ball Heroes, which I mean, if you're watching this video, I would kind of assume that you would be, but this is technically not Super Saiyan 3, even though it is also Super Saiyan 3. Huh? I know. To give you the TLDR, basically, when Rose has the mask in Dragon Ball Heroes, he technically has this, which is Super Saiyan 1 Rose, right, with the mask on. And then, ironically enough, the figure from last year was actually Super Saiyan 3 Rose with still the cracked mask. But technically, this form with the mask broken is considered to be full power Super Saiyan Rose, but he just retains the long hair. Why? I don't know. It's Super Dragon Ball Heroes. They never explain it. So either way, this is a super cool figure, I must say. Not only because of the fact that it is a little bit different than the ones from last year, obviously, right? If we take a look at the Super Saiyan 3 hair sculpt, it looks quite a bit different, if I do say so myself. The spikes definitely look a little bit more like rounded off, kind of, I don't know, like as a half circle is kind of like the general shape that they are here, when they're a lot more spiked up for this one, which is how this form looks. So that is pretty cool. I will say, I do think they reused the legs, because every time they've made this figure, they've done these funny legs where they look like this, right? Is this going to be the right one? Yeah. Or they have them like kind of tilted like this, right? Where he's just kind of raising one leg. It seems for this one, they actually just turned his body so he's not like cranked to the side like this, right? And they're actually using those legs to walk forward, excuse me, which is a pretty good idea. Unfortunate that they didn't make new legs for it, but I digress. It's still pretty cool. It's also awesome that you can not only see the tail, right? Because I believe on these other figures, let me just move these here so I can stop clicking around. Yeah, on these other figures, you can't see it. And the other cool thing is, it's a little bit easier to see his design from this figure, because obviously it's kind of more spread out. You can see that the top of his outfit is actually just straight ripped off and hanging down there, right? Like these two black parts right here, or I guess they're more like navy blue, are hanging down in the front of him, because obviously, you know, he ripped off the top half when he was powering up. So that is super cool. You can even see there's a little bit of fabric under the gauntlets that he has on as well. So that is super, super sick. Obviously, the broken mask featuring his face proper looks really, really cool. Definitely a very nice looking figure. It makes sense why this guy is kind of the headliner figure for this particular Ichiban Kuji. For the prize B, this is a very interesting one, and I gotta be honest, first of all, kind of weird because the picture, right, the top half of his hair is here, but then it gets cut off because, of course, you know, it's just the way that, like, this is supposed to flow together, but these are individual images. We'll look at it on this page. This is Universe Tree Absorbed Goku. I kind of have a feeling that this Goku body is reused from something else, and they just give him different boots that he has in that actual arc, because I am pretty sure that this may be like the very first Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku body sculpt. That was the first thing that kind of came to mind. The very first Ichiban Kuji MUI Goku. That's what the body sculpt looks like, the same to me. Nonetheless, though, obviously a very, very basic Goku figure, but a cool looking one nonetheless, obviously with the Universe Tree colors. I do see as well, it's kind of hard to see. We'll look at Rose's top half here. They actually did get the details of having the tips of the hair be a little bit darker blue, while the middle section here is lighter blue. That is how the design is in the anime and in the artwork for this form. So it's cool that they even bother with that detail, because they could have just kind of made it this like darker blue color and called it a day. So it's cool to see that he actually has the, you know, shaded tips, right? Which is cool. The boots also look very nice as well. And oh boy, you know that I am excited for this one. If you're unaware, I am a huge fan. Let's scroll down so we can get the top of Bardock's hair there. A huge Super Saiyan 3 fanboy, and Bardock is my favorite Dragon Ball character. So the fact that we are actually getting a Super Saiyan 3 Bardock figure in 2023 is insane to me, because I think the only one that exists is a really old DXF Banpresto prize figure for a really long time ago. Ironically enough, I have it. It's on my shelf because I bought it when I was like first getting into figure collecting. But this is really, really cool. Obviously, this is from the Time Tournament arc, right? I don't remember if that's the exact name, but it's the arc that's currently going on in SDBH with Eros, where, you know, all the characters from all the different timelines, which is all just characters from Universe 7 plus Jiren and Hit for some reason, you know, come through to battle it out. So this is really cool, obviously, to see Bardock in this outfit. Ooh, who could that be? It's not who you expect. I know you probably think it's Broly, and that's true, but you'll see in a second what's different about that. Regardless, though, the brown pants, I will say, are a little bit of an odd choice, because I swear they were black in his actual character design. Maybe I'm just misremembering that. Could 100% be, but nonetheless, it's still very, very cool. And I will say, it does look like they just used the same tail for Rose. It is kind of at a little bit of a different angle, but I do wonder if they just kind of plopped the same one on there. Oh, I just noticed he also does have the time ring there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Bardock looks fantastic. I like these little, like, extra Super Saiyan 3 hairs there. It's going to be interesting to see these guys from multiple angles eventually. And yeah, I bet you didn't expect it to be this one. Super Saiyan 3 Broly, ladies and gentlemen, is our final figure. I guess we'll get the top half of Broly's head there, right? Very, very cool choice. This is definitely a bit of a fan favorite, especially considering that this guy was also in, oh my gosh, one Dragon Ball video game that is quite old. Is it Budokai Tenkaichi? Let me know in the comments. It's escaping me right now, but it's technically like why Broly and Dokkan, I believe, is on the crossover category, because he's technically from that game. And then obviously SDBH takes from every single Dragon Ball property. So this is super cool. I will say the one thing that is a bit of a shame about this Broly, even though he looks absolutely fantastic, right, is that he is literally, like, exactly just the Masterlized King Cluster Broly. The, you know, legendary Super Saiyan Broly from a couple of years ago. I've actually done a video on it, I believe, on this channel. Very, very cool figure. Funny enough, I'm looking at it right now. It's over on my shelf. It is the exact same figure, like bar for bar, word for word, stole his whole flow type beat. Maybe his little necklace thing, right, that Broly has on might be shifted to the side a little bit. I'm assuming that's maybe to make the Super Saiyan 3 hair work, but they quite literally just gave my man more hair and called it another figure. So this is a complete reuse of another figure, and to be fair, A lot of the time with these Super Dragon Ball Heroes figures, they usually are just reuses of other figures. However, I will say, I feel like Bardock is completely new, and I think besides Super Saiyan 3, excuse me, Full Power Rose's legs being reused, I believe everything else here is new. Maybe they reused the gauntlets, but I mean, like, it's literally the same design, so, like, you know, I guess. By the way, just to kind of confirm that, you can see that this says, you know, Super Full Power Saiyan Rose, or whatever they call it, you know, Full Power Super Saiyan Rose, because these ones actually have the 3 in the Japanese, right, for Super Saiyan 3 Broly and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, respectively. So, very cool choice, I will say. Again, it's a real shame that this figure is not, like, a unique figure besides the hair, but Super Saiyan 3 Broly is a super iconic version of Broly, so it's really cool to be able to get him, and we do have the last one prize figure. I didn't see this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was going to make a comment about this actually. Because I was going to say it's a little bit unfortunate with the regular Rose figure. If you have watched this episode of the SDBH promotional anime, you would know that his mask actually catches on fire, right? And it kind of has a little bit of a flame effect to it. As you can see, that is what the last one prize version, it is literally the same one. Is there any, let's give these a side by side here. Yeah, there's no difference on the sculpting or like anything down here, right? The feet, the ripped, tattered clothes, right, that Rose has, the hair, there ain't nothing different there. It is quite literally just the fire effect on the mask. I will say, I do think that is a really, really good choice for a last one prize version because it's something simple. It is something that people will definitely want if they know what it is. However, it's not something that is going to be not only just not impossible to obtain, but obviously they're not locking a figure that we have been waiting so long, or a character, I should say, to get a figure from Dragon Ball for so long behind a last one prize figure and making it more rare. This is absolutely a fantastic choice for this. For me, it stinks because now I'm going to have to get this one because not only would I love this one, but I really want the fire effect. Funny enough, I didn't say it in the beginning of the video, but I was literally thinking it when it started. I should have just said it. That would have been funny if I accidentally predicted the future on some Minato shenanigans, bro. But nonetheless, this is a very, very cool choice for a last one prize figure. I definitely really, really like this. It'll be interesting to see how much he actually goes for on the secondhand market, because obviously when it comes to last one prize figures, they tend to be a little bit more expensive, but this one should not be too bad considering it is literally just an extra piece of plastic attached to his face. So yeah, that is basically it for the Super Dragon Ball Heroes KUJI for everything that we know right now. Obviously, when I get more information about this, I will 100% let you know when we end up getting more of the smaller prizes, all that good stuff. The one thing that I do want to note that is really interesting with this ICHIBAN KUJI, that is kind of a bit of a shame, but to be fair, the Dragon Ball Heroes figures in terms of sales have been not doing pretty well for a couple of years now. So it kind of makes sense that this is the case. Let's just close all these tabs real quick and we'll go back to the actual ICHIBAN KUJIs. If we go to Super Dragon Ball Heroes' third mission, which is of course where Vegito and Rose debuted, as well as Kranoa, right? Of course, this is the full power Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, right? This had one, we're not going to count this Broly because obviously this is just the last one prize version, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures. The one from last year, as you can see, had 5 figures because one of these is just the last one prize version. I think that one is the regular one. Yeah, and then this is Full Power Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. So this one had 5 figures, right? Obviously excluding the last one prize. And this one had 6 excluding the last one prize. And this one only has 4, right? Excluding the last one prize. We have A, B, C, and D, right? As well as then the last one prize. So technically 4, technically 5, however you want to call it. But I just think that it is interesting that they are kind of lowering the number of characters that are going to be present in the ICHIBAN KUJI. Again, it makes sense to me because they have not been cooking, unfortunately, in terms of sales on the Super Dragon Ball Heroes figures for a while now. Because you got to think, right? It is kind of a niche thing, right? You have to play the card game, right? You have to, first of all, watch Dragon Ball. Then you have to know SDBH. You have to play the arcade game or enjoy the arcade game. And you also have to be willing to gamble for figures, right? Basically. obviously getting them from the Ichiban KUJI. So, of course, it is kind of a niche in a niche in a niche, you know what I mean? So that's why, obviously, they kind of struggle to sell these sometimes. But, nonetheless, I am very happy that we are still getting them. Let me know what you think of all of these bad boys in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I honestly will probably cop Broly, Bardock, and Rose if I'm being 100% honest with you. I'm kind of glad that, honestly, I ended up not getting this one because I had the original Rose, because now I can get this bad boy right here and not feel as bad about having two of the same figure because I'm also going to be getting this one. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, like I said, when we get some more info, some more angles on these guys, because I would love to see the back of the Super Saiyan 3 hair sculpts for all three of these guys, right? Of course, I will be chucking that in a video. And until then, I will catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.